Welcome to P3 Radio.
The monkey only dances as good as the guy grinding the organ handle.
Brother.
I fly, bro. That is never stopping.
Truck goes to Dwayne.
Cool story, bro.
Footy pajamas.
Hey, genius, it's 2 p.m. Central.
PG3 Radio.
Here's your host, Josh Friday,
Get him off pig, Freddy.
Get him on big, Richard Mullican.
And as I put you down, my pants ripped.
It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of P3 Radio. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I am alive and well. My name is Richard Mullican, and I'm joined by my co-host, the man who goes with Invexi like peanut butter goes with jelly. He's the 1983 Mr. Dixie Youth Grand Champion and best friend Josh Brawley. Say hey, Josh.
How is it going, everybody? And I am joined here with the man whose money stretches like an athlete at a track meet. I'm talking about Mr. Florida Man himself.
Florida Man.
Richard Mullican.
I don't want to be called Florida Man. I don't think ever.
Dude, you spend so much time down there. I think you got a key to the city
We
at one
spent
point.
5 days.
How many times a year?
Once.
So far.
Yeah, just once a year.
Whatever. You're a
But-
fucking liar already.
Episode 207. The music hadn't even played out, and I've already been cursed at. This is feeling like home now. So,
I don't like being lied to.
episode 207, Josh. I'm back from vacation. Last week was taped. We were in the time paradox last week, which,
Everybody loved.
yeah, I mean, I thought it was a
Especially
fun
when
show.
you talk about it a lot.
That was just more for me, to be honest with you, because it was
We
like,
can tell.
because it was like, for me, it was like you've got the time we're in now, which is before the time for the next show, but really recording the last show, which is this in the future. It's just my head
It's
almost
just
exploded.
like kayfabe. If you don't tell them, they won't know.
Oh, I didn't care if they knew or not. Mine
Oh,
was
I could
more,
tell.
Mine was more like,
Look at me!
I'm not knowing what I'm doing. It really did screw us up when we record. It does screw us up when we record in advance, because then we say stuff like, well, last week and the week before that, and you're like, wait a minute, I don't remember which one we did last week and which one we
You're
did.
doing it again.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. But no, man, I made it back from vacation.
And you was like, I'm not dead. Now, which we did speculate that could happen.
I'm gonna be
Face
honest with you.
down in a sandcastle somewhere, and your daughter's like, Mommy, he won't wake up.
I'm gonna be honest with you. There was a time during vacation that I thought I Babe Ruthed it. That I was like, "Yep, called my shot.
Fixing to go down.
This is it."
So what happened?
I got a little
You got a
crazy
little-
on Wednesday night.
I would imagine after
Yeah.
all that time,
Yeah.
Hulkamania was unleashed.
Yeah, and I think, and this is just me, because I have never had an after party last that long in my head.
What do you mean?
I've never been hungover that long.
Oh.
I don't think I was just. I think I caught a stomach virus or something.
Oh, okay.
'Cause, well, I mean, I've never.
Ironically, on the drunkest that you've gotten a long time.
Well, I mean, it was like 3 days and 4 days, and I wasn't feeling sick anymore, but I was still like I drinking water in Mexico. So if that gives you any idea. So that's why I was like, I think I got some kind of stomach bug on top, because I've felt bad before, and usually after a day of just laying around, it's better.
You don't think it was like that month of cleanliness, and then you're like pumping all that shit back into your
Could be but,
organs?
I mean, I don't know why.
And
I
your
would-
old organs are like, no, quit. You better quit that.
Right. Put him down
I'll
for a
show
couple
you.
days. Twist his pancreas.
We got to do something. This motherfucker's getting cute. Gonna fuck around and kill us.
But yeah, Wednesday night we went out, and Thursday I just laid on the couch, and my wife, who was very supportive, was just like, "We're gone." No, they had booked an escape room, and I was like, "I can't do it.
I can't escape the bathroom right now.
I can't. Like, I was like, I can't do it. There's no way I can physically get up and do it."
I will shit everywhere.
But then she tells us the wonderful news. Like, as I'm laying on the couch, she's like, "We're going by," and she goes out of the house, and I'm laying there, and all of a sudden she sends me a text. "The car won't crank."
Great.
Yeah.
We're so close to home.
Yeah. We're 8 hours away from home. Car won't crank. She's like, I'm going to ride with my sister. We're going to go to the escape room. We'll figure it out tomorrow.
Well, your family came on this vacation?
Well, her sister came down and stayed with us.
Huh.
So, but yeah.
That must have been fun.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all.
When I go on vacation, I want to get away from everybody I see normally.
Yeah.
I see the pain in your eyes.
No, it wasn't bad at all. But so she actually drove to the thing, and they went into the escape room. Well, the next day I got up, I felt decent, but still going to the bathroom a lot. Went outside, put a new battery on the car. Still nothing.
You drove the golf cart to?
No, we drove her.
O'Reilly's.
We drove her sister's car to Walmart.
I could see them rednecks sitting in the Florida fucking O'Reilly's. Look at this son bitch pulling up
dude,
on a golf cart.
Everybody drives golf carts down there.
Uh-oh.
Like in that area.
Like Weekend at Bernie's.
I guess. I mean, you made that statement.
You've never
2
seen
weeks
Weekend
ago.
at Bernie's?
No, it looked campy to me.
What
Even as a kid.
Fucking asshole.
Even as a kid, I hated
Look at
that,
this son of
that,
a bitch.
That concept.
Never seen
I've
that-
seen parts of it enough to know that movie's shit.
You're like the only one saying that.
Yeah, me and like a bunch of other people. I'm sure.
Whatever. Coming from the guy who will not watch horror movies, like zero. So I don't want to hear your bullshit.
What did
Your
Richard Marx
opinions-
make the soundtrack for
Your
the thing?
opinions don't
Is that what
fucking
it
matter
is?
at this point.
It's like, oh, Richard Marx. Now
I understand why you're a
Weekend at
hazelnut.
Bernie's. Nom, 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 nom. Ooh, he's dead still. Nom, nom.
It's a lot cooler than that.
Ooh, he does his voodoo curse where he dances. Ooh, it's awesome.
That's in part 2.
No, I don't fucking cares. But anyways, got me off my track here. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You're just a
anymore.
prick who don't watch good movies.
No, I watch good movies. I don't watch. That's why I don't watch Weekend.
I love The Notebook. It's my favorite.
Your mom's The Notebook. I love that. Don't you hate it when people do that?
She
Your
has to
mom
keep-
is.
yeah.
It's like, what does that mean?
She has to keep a notebook now for all her passwords and shit, her memories.
Fading. It's kind of like a Weekend at Bernie's situation.
She'll fucking text my wife, do you remember my password for Home and Garden app? And like, my wife's, how the fuck would I ever know that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, why would passwords are like underwear? You're
Well,
not supposed to share them with anybody.
I thought that you had logged in and blah blah blah. But yeah, she was like, "Do you remember my Hulu password?" We use our own account.
Password 123. I'm guessing. But no, like, so we rode to Walmart, picked up a battery and tools because we didn't have any tools to take a battery off. You know, why would we? So this is after we unsuccessfully tried to jump the car off a few times. Still nothing.
I just need a boost.
So we were like, all right, it's got to be the battery. So we took the battery off, got a new one, put it on, still nothing. You put the key in the ignition, the lights would come on, it would go ding, 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 and you go to start it, and all the lights on the dash and everything would just shut off. And we were like, what the fuck is, what in the hell's going on? Like, don't know what's happened. So...
You said, what the fuck? And then
Yeah.
you was like, the kids here. So, what the hell?
But in this whole time, it was like the only day it was bright and sunny and Florida hot, like 92 degrees. So, like, the worst day for me to be sweating my ass off is the day after the hangover. So, it threw me right back into just being like, ugh, God. But I didn't even get into the shittiness of it. So, on the trip, when the car wouldn't start, we were faced with a dilemma. We have to be out of here by Sunday. This is Friday. We have to leave Sunday morning. We have to be out by 9 o'clock in the morning. So we've got a day and maybe some change to figure this out. You know what I mean? Because we're like, okay, is it our starter? Is it our alternator? What is it? Can't be the alternator. Even a brand new battery, if it's an alternator, will crank and run the car. You know what I mean? So
At least a few times.
yeah, at least enough to drive it. Well, we call the only place around that we know of is a commercial place, Pep Boys. We call Pep Boys, and we're like, do y'all guys know anywhere we could, if we brought the car in, could y'all look at it? And he's like, yeah, we could look at it. Because if we got it here today, we could have it ready for you tomorrow. First thing, because we've got plenty of mechanics, and we're like, okay, cool. Do y'all know a place that we can tow the car? And he said, yes, ma'am. We offer a tow service too. and it's $59.99, which is a hell of a deal, as long as you're in the 10-mile radius of the Pep Boys. We were 5 miles away. So it's $59 to have it towed here. Just call 1-800-PEP-BOYS, and they'll get you squared away. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Call 1-800-PEP-BOYS. They're like,
that sounds like just some bullshit in itself.
no. It's true.
1-800-PEP-BOYS.
1-800-PEP-BOYS.
Sounds like something.
Well, they're actually a really good company. I actually appreciate them. So they, have their company call us, and they're like, all right, well, we're going to get this over to the guy driving the tow truck. He'll give you a call here in a little bit, and we'll see you over here pretty soon. Sorry about all your trouble. Thank you, sir. Bye. All right. Hang up. And about 35 minutes later, we hadn't heard from a tow truck person, but they finally call us, and they're like, all right, we'll be there in the next hour or so. Okay, thank you. 10 minutes later go by, and a shop calls us that the tow truck company works for, the body shop that they work, or the mechanic that they work for, and goes, hey, how would y'all feel about, instead of taking that over to Pep Boys, bringing that into our shop? Huh. And my wife goes, well, we already told Pep Boys we're coming. And they're like, well, we'll give you a deal on the tow. We'll cut another 10% off the towing fee if you bring it to us.
Wow, so they're undercutting the people that give them business
to
tow cars.
My wife, who knows, she's like, this is unethical. And she goes, no, we're just going to go to Pep Boys. Well, an hour goes by, and we hadn't seen the tow truck. And me and my wife are sitting there talking. We're like, they're not going to come get us. Like, we're not taking our business to them. They're not going to come and get our car. Sure enough, another hour goes by. So finally my wife calls them and goes, hey, I think I was mistaken. Y'all can just bring it to your shop. I don't care. And they were like, oh, okay, well, that's great. We promise we'll have it done by tomorrow because we know you're on a time crunch. We promise. Because we've already talked to the mechanic because they're supposed to close at 12 on Saturday. Like I said, this is Friday. Now we're getting into about 3 o'clock. And I'm like, where the hell are they? We've been waiting for 2 hours. Where are they? So 4 o'clock they come in. They get the car up there. They're like, oh, it's probably the starter after seeing what it did. Probably the starter. We'll have it done in the morning. It won't be a problem. And I said, well, I'm getting nervous about the time frame. Can y'all just take it to Pep Boys? Because, that shouldn't be a problem. He is a tow company for Pep Boys. He works for, he's contracted to do Pep Boys work. He goes, I don't know if I can do that. I'll have to talk to my manager. So he gets on the phone. He goes, yeah, they're wanting to take it over to Pep Boys. Yeah? Uh-huh. And before he can even hang up the phone, my wife's phone rings, and it's the shop. And I answer it, and I go, hello? Hi, is this Mr. Mulliken? I was like, yeah. They're saying you want to take the car to Pep Boys? I was like, yes, ma'am. I just feel like y'all aren't going to have this done in time. And she was like, no, sir. We've already talked to your wife, and we're going to have this done tomorrow. Like, we've promised
cleared
you.
It with the boss.
Yeah, we promise you, and we'll, I've already talked to the mechanic, and I was like, okay, but against my better judgment, because I was like, what the fuck, I don't know where they're going to take it. You know what I mean? Like, if I tell them to take it to Pep Boys now, I felt like I was over the barrel. You know what I mean? Because I have no way of checking up on them. I don't even know, I'd have to get in a car and follow them, so I was like, you know what?
Get in a golf cart and
can't go across the highway on the golf cart. You can ride on the
so
main,
you got limits.
You can ride on the little back roads.
You're
but
held
you can't,
hostage.
You can't ride on Highway 98 with a golf cart. It don't go as fast. It don't go 40 miles per hour.
You can't even do it in the emergency lane?
No. It's against the law. My wife called to ask. You can't ride on the main highway in a golf cart. They have tunnels that go under the main highway that get you from side to side.
Well, there you go.
But you can't go down the highway where most of the businesses are for like car parts and stuff. So, anywho, we didn't know what they were going to do. We didn't know where they were. So we were just like, fine, take it, and we'll call you in the morning. 10 o'clock rolled around. We called them. Hello? Yeah, we were wondering if we haven't diagnosed it yet. We're still working. It's 10 o'clock, mind you. 11:30 rolls around. Hello? Yeah, we were wondering about the Equinox. We hadn't even gotten it up on the lift yet. You guys close at 12. Sir, you could ask my wife. I've never been out of here at 12 o'clock on a Saturday. That's exactly what he said to me. And I'm like, this motherfucker's kind of talking rough to me. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like there's a difference in saying, we're going to do all we can for you. That's what he said. Mm-hmm. So I was like, fuck. Well, Chris Peterson lives in Tallahassee. He came up on Friday night. Like, he just came over to hang out, and was like, cool, come on over, hang out. And he came over on Friday to spend some time with us at the beach.
Yeah.
So he came out there Friday, and he didn't catch me at my best because now, I'm coming off of a 2-day hangover.
2 days.
That's why I said I think, because I didn't feel right again until like Monday afternoon, Tuesday. That's why I said I think I got a stomach bug, because, like I said, I wasn't puking. That was the thing. I was just pooping my brains out and felt like dehydrated.
Dude,
But
that's how I've been a few times before,
But
I didn't throw up, but after that night that you beat me up and drugged me into my house,
ripped my pants
and all that,
Yeah.
I never once threw up besides sitting in your car.
Yeah, you
and that
threw
was
up a
just
bunch
probably
then.
stomach acid or whatever.
No, it was fries.
But I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was fries.
Either way,
'Cause I had to clean it up.
I shit my guts out the next day,
Well,
and that's all.
Well, Chris, I mean, I'm sure he could tell you I wasn't chipper. I was stewing. And then the next day, my wife's like, let's go to the pool. And Chris was like, I'll go to the pool. Let's go hang out at the pool. And I was just sitting there by the pool like, fucking fuckers. Going to fuck me over. I know they are. So in the meantime, I'm sitting there looking up what this problem could be.
You got like an umbrella over you.
I
and
did.
shit. You're like, God damn it.
There was an umbrella at my table. I was sitting there.
You look like an asshole doing that.
I was just sitting there because I was pissed.
Little stern look on your face and shit.
I really wish.
I bet your kid was like, "What's wrong with Daddy?"
She didn't care. She was in a pool. I really wish I had
She's used to me not paying attention to her.
I wish I had that mentality where I could go, fuck it, because even Chris was like, yeah, take that Hakuna Matata phase, like that phrase to, just kind of go by this. And it made me laugh because I was thinking about that meme that was just like, kid just watches his dad get killed by his uncle, meets Timon and Pumbaa. And it's like, and then their mentality is, hey, kid, you ever try not thinking the fuck about it or something like that?
Hakuna Matata.
But I was like, man, I wish I couldn't. So after about an hour of me just sitting there like nobody's called. It's now 12:30.
You're like, Chris, run me up there.
No.
I'm going to whoop somebody's ass.
Chris knew that I was not going to enjoy myself till I got some answers. So Chris is like, hey, Richard, I'll drive you up there, man.
Well, damn, that's what I just said, right?
Yeah. As I'm sitting under my umbrella. And I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, man, it's no big deal. So we get in the car. It's only, I think, 6 miles away, but it's a 20-minute drive because of traffic. You think the red lights here suck? It's nothing compared to the strip in Destin. It's
I bet. It's July.
And so we're riding. We get there, and as I'm walking in, like I go to get out of the car because I'm pissed. I don't know what I'm gonna say to this fucker because I'm like, now I've already been told now, have somebody check the key fob. It's probably not the starter. Have them check the key fob. And I was like, well, if they hadn't started work on it yet, because they hadn't about an hour ago. If they hadn't started work on it, I'm calling a locksmith. And we're just going to say, screw it, I'll pay them for the tow. Thank you, no thank you, see you later. So we get there, and as I walk in, Julie calls me. And she's like, hey, they just called me and said it was the remote. I was like, did they fix it? And she was like, I don't know. I'm on the phone with them right now. I was like, I'm walking in. So I walk in, and they say, yep. And I hear them tell my wife, yep, uh-huh. Yeah, it looked like somebody had dropped it in the ocean. Yeah, well, he's here right now. I'll talk to him. All right, bye. Hangs up with her, tells me, what they did and everything, and then tells me how much it's going to cost. And I was like, what? They hand me the paper of what they did. They said they put a refurbished, not a brand new, a refurbished starter on it. Mm-hmm. The starter, when we called AutoZone the day before because we were trying to see how much it would cost, the starter at AutoZone was $120. Do you know how much it was that they charged us?
How much?
$220 for a refurbished. It just says refurbished starter. Not even a brand new one. One they probably took off of another car and was like, fuck it. We'll use it again. So, new starter. They tell me the issue was the key fob. I go, wait, y'all put a starter on it, but the key fob was the problem? Yeah, because, and Chris noticed this too, they kind of hemmed and hawed when I asked them why they put a starter on it. Yeah. They're like, well, the old starter got burned up from when you were trying to turn it and trying to get it to crank with that key fob. It burned up the starter, so we had to replace that too. So I was like, okay. Then I see labor, $360. Total tax and everything. And all they did for the key fob was just basically take the battery out of it. So now the key works because it's a key and fob built in.
Yes.
The key now works, but every time you unlock the door, because the key doesn't match the security system, it honks until you crank it.
Yeah.
So I was like, all they did basically was rip the battery out and put a piece of tape over it so the key wouldn't tuck back down. And they were like, $625. So I thought about it for a minute. I was like, well, they're closed tomorrow. We've got to be gone. I can fight this, and then they could possibly keep my car, lock the shop, not come back until Monday. I'd have to get a hotel room, which going rate for a hotel room that was close enough to being shot of it with Uber would have probably cost me about $600. I'd probably have to get some kind of attorney or something to go down. There was all this stuff going through my mind. I was like, I'm just going to pay it and say fuck it and just get my car back. So I paid it, got my car back, ended up having to get another key cut when I got here. The battery that I put on it, couldn't take the old one back, couldn't take the new one back because they wouldn't accept it. They told us when we bought it was like our exchange policy. It was like a small, shitty Walmart down there. That town took us for a ride. So on the way home, we called Pep Boys and told them that they had a company poaching their business. So, yeah, not the greatest end to my vacation. It really sucked. And then we get home, and my wife's driving my car, and it breaks down. So great luck with cars here lately.
Well, it's a good thing for rich people, Richard Lee, and people like you,
No, it's going to suck having a car payment again. I've got one on the hook. We'll see what happens, but it's a bad time to be buying a car, man.
I understand.
And I don't even know what's wrong with the car that's at the shop. I just drove it to the shop and dropped it off. It definitely ripped out some wiring. I don't know what that wiring goes to.
Smell a burning smell every time it runs, though.
I don't know what it goes to. I don't know what it does, but I mean, it just ripped the crap out of that wiring. And God, man, anytime you start talking about wiring, talk about some money.
Definitely.
So just get it running long enough so I can get another car, and then that thing will either go to auction or it'll go to the chop shop. One of the two. That's
Might
how
go to the fucking the graveyard for cars, where it's going to be pieced and parted out. You know?
I just hate it, man, because it's been a good car. I mean, it nickeled and dimed me at the end, but for the most part, it's been really good. It's just
you've had it for like 20 years,
15. Yeah, it's been there it's been around for a long time, man. So, I guess it's time. I've gotten my money out of it.
Right.
But man, it sucks having a car payment. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
especially if you're used to riding one that is paid off and been paid off for a while.
Yeah, I'm doing that now, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but the hell is that?
That's an ice cream man.
Oh, is that picking up on our mics?
Might be.
Listen,
definitely is picking up.
The fat kid in me was like, was that the ice cream man?
I only got a card. Fuck.
Y'all take cards? No.
Cash only.
Oh. But yeah, that's how my week went, Josh.
That's awesome.
No,
Sounds great.
It was not. And then
so your body showed you who the boss was, and your car did too.
Yeah. And then my car did.
Yeah. Well, at least you know what's up.
Just a shitty week all the way around, really.
Yeah, man.
And
I've had a great last 2 weeks since we recorded last.
I've taken all the luck on this show.
It's been fucking awesome.
Talked my wife into giving it up 3 times a day for the last 2 weeks, and we invited Cindy Crawford over, and she joined in.
She didn't show up. No, man. Went to a fucking Alabama concert and fucking got out of town for a spell. Fucking
yeah, I saw that you actually stayed overnight somewhere.
No, I didn't actually.
What was y'all at a hotel for?
That was Alabama. Yeah, that was in Nashville.
I was like, wait a minute.
It's been so long ago. It didn't seem like it's.
Well, don't start talking about time frames now.
Well, it was 2
last
weeks
week.
ago.
No, last week. Last time we talked to you.
Yeah, it was last time, motherfuckers.
But I was like,
we got our whole goddamn house replumbed. during this time too.
With new
That's why I
plumbs?
said I got a trencher sitting over in my front yard with the keys in it, and I can just drive it whatever and fuck shit up.
Just trench out this whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfucker talked shit to me getting out of the car one day. I'm gonna go trench his yard up.
We'll go trench his car. Trench it right there where the truck is.
Yeah. It's something that's been needing to be done at my house, and it's got a warranty and all that. And
That's cool.
We got like we hadn't been able to use but one shower for all of us for a while because there was a drain.
Everybody at one time, or
You know, like if
y'all
you
get
want,
in here.
if you want to take a shower, there is one option opposed to two.
Yeah.
And they fixed the drain on the other shower and the drain in the bathtub too. So 3 asses can be taking baths
Look at
at
that.
one time.
Can the hot water keep up with it though?
Got a 40 gallon, so probably.
Oh, look at there. Look at there.
But yeah, man, they take monthly payments. So yeah, we're paying like $70 a month for an almost $9,000 job.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's barely any interest. So, you know, it's like, we'll just pay you $70 a month for fucking...
Josh made a deal with the mafia. It's no interest. You just pay us so we break your
We'll
thumbs.
come do the fucking work, and if you don't pay us, we'll come rip the shit out. Simple.
And by the shit, I mean your lungs.
No, all the fucking pipe we put in there. Like, they literally... They trenched to my water meter and ran a new service to
Jeez.
it as well, and that's like a $2,000-$3,000 job right there, anyways. And ran it all to my fixtures, fixed fucking sinks and all kind of shit. It was like, and there were so many people in my house on Friday, like
Taking showers.
well, no, there was
No,
like
no,
a
I'm
couple people up
making a
under,
joke.
couple people inside, one
Yeah.
dude at a truck just making shit up at the whole time for everybody.
shit up.
Like, you know, making
What y'all need? An excuse to get out of a birthday party?
No. Give me
Give me a second. I'll make some shit up.
Hey, yo, Mario, give me a fucking 3/4 by half tea made up with some hot and cold lines, huh?
Also, we need an excuse to miss work on Tuesday. What you got? Hold on, let me make some shit up.
Hey, we'll come over and gouge your fucking eyes out. You don't let David off Monday, huh?
Oh, man.
But yeah, man, awesome stuff's been happening. I'm glad somebody's
you,
had
yeah.
a good life the last 2 weeks.
Why don't you just say, I'm glad I'm the one that has had a good life, and you've been the one getting shit on by life in general.
Hey, that's how it is sometimes.
Hopefully everything's...
bar. Sometimes the bar eats you.
Hopefully things are about to turn around. Like I said, I've got a car on the hook looking at something.
And if this don't work out, I'm just going to go shoot the place up.
No, that's a legit threat, Josh. You can't make those anywhere.
I was just making a joke.
Yeah,
Can't
I
make
know.
those?
You can't make it. I thought like that. I just want to say that was Josh Briley.
I didn't
and it sounds like
name
his luck
anywhere.
is about to change.
I never named anybody. I named a fucking joke. So fuck you and fuck that car place.
Josh just got canceled. Stay tuned for my show next week featuring BT. It's the show we didn't think would happen. We always thought it would
I ain't even dead.
We always thought it would be him and Josh.
I ain't even dead yet.
I didn't know. I knew it drove BT crazy that we didn't put like segments in our show. I didn't know it drove him crazy.
Segments? No.
Yeah, like list like what we were talking about and everything. I didn't know it drove him crazy that we didn't put like video links in there. Did you know that until this week?
After he retweeted it and put it on Twitter? No. But hey, that's cool, man. It was hilarious
Yeah.
to me because I could feel his anger with you.
I felt like he had
and I just
he had told us that like a million times, but I don't think he's ever told us that.
he did like 2 years ago.
Okay.
I guess
About
it's an
video
old
links,
complaint.
I guess. We lost the key to the complaint box. We hadn't opened that in a while.
That fucking secretary ain't been doing her job. She's supposed to call a locksmith.
That complaint box is brimming like a motherfucker, and we can't get in it. I don't want to knock the lock off and lose our deposit. No, I mean,
That's a nice box it's in.
it's real oak. You know how much wood costs nowadays?
We're losing money if we bust it open.
Exactly. The biggest complaint would be messing up that oak box. I'd never hear the end of that.
Oh my God! Yeah, but it was.
I just never knew that was a thing. Like, you know how like when your wife and you have an argument, and you don't remember her ever telling you something, but she's gotten to the tipping point, and she's like, "Motherfucker, pick up your socks." You're like, "What? When did we get here?" Like, that's what I felt like. I was like, "Has this been told to me before?" I know the segments of like. Break it down like who we have on.
You're like, I thought I was automatically a motherfucker, and then I thought about it. Huh, she did say something yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, she said something last weekend, too, about it.
But see, here's the reason why we don't do the links.
It's extra work.
Yeah, that, and the link computer that we watch all the videos on is on one computer. And then we have another computer that records. So in order to get the links, we'd have to email. When you say it out loud, doesn't sound like a valid excuse.
It doesn't.
We'd have to email that shit. Usually, too, after we're done recording, Josh runs out of here like there's a fire drill going on. He's like, I gotta go. I'm gone. I did my hour.
Well, what am I sticking around for?
Help me edit. Help me remember shit.
Let me Control-Alt-Delete this for you, Richard.
I did teach you how to copy and paste, 2 years ago?
I don't know.
Yeah. The one thing we didn't talk about was you had a big birthday this past week. No celebration. Yeah. It was just like 3 days ago.
How do you know it was big?
I guess.
Did you look in on it while it was peeing?
Maybe. Saw the mole on it. Need to get that mole checked out.
Yeah, it was good, man.
Yeah.
Last year of the 30s, huh? That'd be all right.
It's got to suck. I got 2 more. 2.5 more.
You ain't even got 2.
Yeah, I do.
How old are you now?
37.
37. So you got 2
I've got over 2.
And some change.
Yeah.
That ain't shit.
I was where you are 2 years ago.
26 months. You know.
You're doing that quick math in your head over there.
Well, I mean, it's not that long. You know.
Now, was your 37 the one we blew up the confetti in here and everything?
I don't know, man. It's
think
all the same day.
I think
for the past
year
6-7 months.
I think that was 2 years ago, and I was still finding confetti in this room. That thing went off like a cannon, like everywhere. And I was still finding confetti in here for like up until we put this new desk in.
So are you expecting me to do confetti for your 37?
No, I ain't expecting you to do shit for my birthday.
I was going to say.
I gave that up long ago.
You might as well just Calvin Mulligan me.
I don't even expect a text half the time.
My dad, I was at my parents' house on my birthday for probably over an hour.
Hinting around.
And he never said happy birthday. So don't give me your bullshit.
Well, you're not my dad. You're supposed to be my best friend. I'd expect this shit from my dad.
I tell you.
My dad's never told me happy birthday, so go cry to your mom about something.
No, I tell you happy birthday and all that. It's your wife's fucking job to give you a party. Just like mine did mine.
Oh, you got a party?
Well, no.
I was going to say I wasn't invited.
I got so many fucking kids, Richard. It's like it's a party whenever several
Live in
people...
a fucking shoe. Right. I don't know what to do, but the shoe just got replumbed.
Exactly. Whenever I have like a cake and ice cream gathering, there is like 30 people already there.
Really?
I mean, that's.
You don't have that many kids.
I got 3, and then one of them's got a boyfriend, and then somebody else may show. I mean,
somebody else.
Sounds
like you had a party and didn't invite me.
No,
because you backpedaled in that party. Really, I had a party. I mean, wait, no, it wasn't a party. It was a family thing. That's why you didn't get invited, Richard.
Well,
it's just people from work came over.
There's like 3 teenagers. There's always people. There's always people in my fucking house.
People you work with, they know. That's all right. I don't need to be invited to the party.
No,
even though I invited you to my birthday party once, and you upstaged me and got married at it. That's cool. That's cool.
Everything's competition with you, right? Everything's competition.
I'll have to be invited to your birthday party.
You just
what you think I'm gonna try to have a kid on your birthday?
You just got one trophy. That's your problem.
That's it.
And you cheated to get this one. That's your problem. I didn't cheat for shit to get them fucking
have a countywide field day ribbon.
Oh,
from 5th grade.
wow.
Tug of war. Pulled the shit out of
So
that rope.
let's not gloss over this fact since we're insulting each other.
Yeah.
Talking about trophies.
Yeah. Why are we insulting each other? I just said you
guess
didn't
what?
invite me to your party. That wasn't an insult.
And then I said you're just mad because you only won
Yeah.
this one trophy.
I pointed out a
And-
truth, and you got defensive.
Well,
and
let's
attacked
point out
my accomplishments.
Let's point out another truth. So whenever you were getting back on the wagon on your fucking vacation, you got Facebook happy, and my mom posted a picture of us from me back in, I assume, 1983, correct? And I had a little sweater vest on and all this or whatever. And you post on there, that looks like the 1983 Mr. DC. And what does my mom do? She fucking takes the bait to your bullshit. She's like, yeah, he actually was in a tournament of beauty that
I
year
missed that.
and walked out with an armful of trophies.
I missed that. I got to find that. I did not see that.
And I'm thinking, this motherfucker is drunk as hell going
No.
on my mom's Facebook and fucking ribbing me with pictures of me when I was a baby. Like, what is
No,
he doing?
I was completely sober when
No,
I wrote
you
that.
wasn't.
Yes, I was.
You was 2 days in on vacation.
No, I was sober. I didn't really. There was only one night that I really did anything, and that was
Yeah,
the
because I was
Wednesday.
sick the rest. Because God showed me
Yeah,
what I was doing. That one.
this one right here.
It's got 17 comments. Do you see that?
Yeah, I said that looks, and there was people that liked it.
I know.
Your mom laughed, and Heather laughed. Your wife,
People who are in on the joke.
and I put a love on it on my own comment.
I
So
know.
maybe
That's how I
was
knew
drunk.
you was in the sauce. That's how I knew. What
She
did you
said-
say? What
I
did you
said,
say?
It's a picture of you and your mom, definitely in the 80s.
Olin Mills, 1983.
Yes.
You see that?
Oh yeah, that's what it says right there.
Back when Olin Mills was
83.
the shit. Look at them
And-
curls. You see them curls? That's why I won that tournament of beauty.
Who are you looking at here?
The man taking the picture. My mom's looking the same way.
Oh, your eyes are a little closer together.
Don't start with that cross-eyed shit.
I can't get him to look it this way, ma'am. You're just going to have to turn his head a little bit.
I'm not cross-eyed in that picture.
We need to make this our cover art.
What
For
what did
for
my
the-
mom say under your little snarky?
I said that looks like the Mr. Dixie Youth Grand Champion of 1983. And she said he was the king
all
of a-
caps.
of
King.
of a beauty contest. Got an armload of trophies to prove it. Like she was like, "Don't you defy me."
like she'd been asked that before.
Yeah. Like he won it? Like I have heard people defend Jerry Lawler's crown with less venom than that. He
All
is
caps.
the king.
King.
He won a tournament for that before anybody else, before Harley Race started trying to do that. He
I
was
was
the original
coronated.
king.
I was coronated 3 years before Harley Race was. Maybe 4.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I'd forgotten about doing that, like sending that message over.
I would imagine. I bet you did.
What day was this? This was 1 week ago is all it says. I wish I knew what exact day that was.
You did it on the picture the day that was posted. So go up. Go up there.
I went up, but nothing happened. Hold on.
July 7th. Oh yeah, that was like a Tuesday. Cause the 4th
That was
on
the
a
Wednesday.
Sunday. So you were still feeling good at that point. It was during the afternoon.
Oh yeah, that was probably when I started. So yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah,
I mean, good English for my state, I guess.
that was when you started getting that buzz across your body. You was like, "Oh yeah, I'm feeling good. Let me go comment on some Facebook pictures."
Oh man. Well, what the hell was that noise?
The spring,
What spring?
a spring has sprung on your mic stand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably about right. I was like, what in the hell? Well, Josh, I don't know what that spring noise was, but I do know that there's another spring that you should go see, and that's Teespring. And you can follow them over at tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees, and you'll find all of our merchandise and all of our T-shirts like what, Josh?
We got the Ray J soda can T-shirt. Dwayne's still gonna get that truck. The 80s tee, the ECW like T-shirt, the cover art T-shirt, so much more. tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees.
That's tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees, the home of P3 Radio Tees. I didn't know that was that loud. Jesus.
He's hitting that note. I want you to hear that note.
Yeah.
When I hold you in my arms, your body trembles with desire.
It's the man that has screwed up Josh's life.
Even before
Little David Wilkins.
I can feel the heat from the fire.
Josh has done a deep dive on this man's life.
You whisper love words to me.
You know who his third cousin
in a
is?
voice so sweet
He's
and
actually
soft.
your Ain't Wanda.
Whoever turned you on, girl, forgot to turn you off.
So with a name like that, this song,
Yeah.
that's drawing me like a moth to a flame.
Yeah. Is this like an ultimate cuckold song?
I won't even ask about him.
Yeah, it's an ultimate. Definitely. This is the ultimate cuckold song.
And you'll also notice this was a live one-take deal.
Yeah.
He's recording in the broom closet, and the fucking band and the piano is out in the hallway. But for like 1974, this probably sounded good. And I guess he's a rebound man,
Yeah.
because he's like, I know somebody else had a hold of you before. He forgot to turn you off, ironically.
The third verse is how he snuck in the room when he went to go pee. I don't. Why does all these songs though have like a Southern gospel sound to them?
That maybe he wrote all of these songs like during a church service,
Yeah.
or like, and he's supposed to be listening to the word. He's just like, because they sing before.
Yeah.
So he's like, the music really gets me. Let me rewrite this. Man, I'm a master of that in the most fucked up situations ever.
What?
Well, I am the master of, like, we can be having a good day, like on a vacation or whatever. And, something bad happened. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, yep, ain't getting laid tonight. Because of something I say.
You're going to say, or you're
I
going to say
imagine
something.
you didn't hit it that night the key fob fucked up because you were so pissed off and fucking, you're in that mode. You're like you go in dad mode. You know what I mean? That's how it is when you get older.
I just leave?
No. Good dad.
I'm going into dad mode. I'll see y'all around 18.
I'm going to stick around, but I'm going to be an asshole the whole time. That's what real dads do. It's like whenever you're out of town or something, then something pisses you off, it puts you in the mood. It might piss your wife off. And you're like, yep, ain't nothing happening tonight.
Right. Like that day that you were talking about, Chipotle or Moe's. Where was that at?
Oh, yeah. She's like, I don't know why
tacos.
you just don't go up there and
Tacos
get the
for
food.
life.
And I went up there and I was like, I want my money back. My wife's done ate her fucking meal. It's done. And then you ain't brought me nothing. Like, I was so mad. And then I told her that, well, they offered to give me some food. And then I turned it down and just got the money back. Fuck them. Like, you fuck me.
Have you been back there since?
Absolutely not. I told you, I don't care if Hernando de Soto himself is resurrected and comes back and makes me a fucking taco. That's not happening.
Your first job was at Daniel's, right?
Yeah.
That was, I boycotted that place when I was like 17 or 18. I can't remember, but I pulled up there to get gas and the woman ran to the door and locked it. And then told me, gave me a no. No.
I am not coming out there to
closed.
pump your gas.
No, I was going to pump it. And she was like, we are closed. I was like, y'all are supposed to be open for like another minute or two. I need gas. Well, I need gas. It's like she ran to the door to lock it. And I was like, no, I'm never going there again. I was just going there because it was close to home, It's like, I was about out, so, yeah. We have those feelings of, well, it's kind of like Circuit City. You remember Circuit City?
Where service is state of the art.
It wasn't that day. I remember walking around there trying to buy a remote. This is back like in early 2000s. And I was going to pay like $40 for this universal remote because it was the only one that I could find that would work the sound system that I had at the time, because it was a crappy sound system.
Listen at you, rich back then.
No, I'm definitely
Even
not.
in my bachelor days, I had to buy a $40 remote to make shit work.
And I remember going in there, and everybody was just like, nobody would talk to me. So finally, I just tossed it back up on the counter and walked out, and I never went back in. They went out of business like 6 months later, because I guess everybody was having that experience with them. But, you know.
I figured Best Buy was what moved in.
That probably hurt, too. I'm pretty sure it wasn't just my business, but
yeah, no.
But I'm sure other people
They were pissed they were going to have to change their uniforms to blue shirts.
Best Buy didn't move into that one.
They did.
No, they didn't.
They did.
No, the Best Buy bought their own. Circuit City moved, and like Union.
No, I'm saying they moved into town.
Yes. I thought you were talking about physically moved into that building.
And then they pretty much took over the business.
Yeah, but I mean, it was already going downhill. Nobody, like I said, I went in there a couple times and got treated like trash. I was like, oh, that one time, and I'd heard other people had the same experience. So I was like, nah, never going back. Point is, just like you just said, once somebody screws you, it's hard to accept that, move on, and go back.
Exactly.
Like tacos for life.
You're right.
No, they ain't giving me no tacos. Made me wait like a life sentence to get nothing.
I was really hungry that day.
Yeah, I can
that
tell.
impacts you.
But y'all had a massive argument. I remember you telling me.
Well, yeah, she was pissed that I refused the meal, and I demanded a refund. And
Did you hit her with that? What does that have to do with you? I refused the meal. What does that have to do with you? Because y'all were supposed to go somewhere afterwards,
yeah,
too.
and we didn't.
Yeah.
We went home.
And stewed.
Yep. It was fucked up, but, you know, they fucked me. And that's
That's
it.
the only fucking I got that night.
Yeah.
Was from Tacos for
Tacos
Life.
for Life. That was the only one that gave me any play.
And it wasn't the play I wanted.
Oh, I got fucked. Just not the way I want it.
All right. Well, you got a story you brought to the show here.
It's just a tweet, but it's
Yeah.
like it's a thing at this point.
I did not know what this was at first.
We know that, like, you know, things have gotten hard during these. Get it?
Poor choice of words. That's fine.
Or is it? So things have gotten, we'll just say, a little different. They've gotten different.
2020 got weird.
Yeah, it got weird as fuck, and then it's
Get
like,
a little weird in here.
what you're gonna fucking settle for nowadays because of post-pandemic or whatever, or is it really post? Or, you know, like things seem like they're on the up and up now, and
Well, that's not really a post, but it does seem like it's on the up and
yeah,
up.
but things are still a little weird.
Yeah.
And apparently
There's an Amazon review.
this has been a thing, like amongst several types of people. Bird owners.
Read the review first. Let's read the review.
So bird owners have been kind of, you know, having to fucking wing it, get it, you know, just like everybody else here during this pandemic thing. And, you know, a lot of things.
Guess what, motherfucker? We all are.
We're all winging it. But things have gotten weird, man. And it's like, you know, a lot of materials and stuff. There's a new car shortage. A lot of things that were being made or were always available isn't always available. So motherfuckers are just improvising to do everything. Even bird owners and their purchase. Right?
So it says, the review actually says, not the best bird perch, but still useful. And it's by Guy, and he gave a 5-star review to this product. And he reviewed it from the United States on February 27th, 2020. Now, this is really before anything shut down.
Right
the
as
US.
it was happening.
No, it didn't start shutting down till March. So that guy has nothing to do with the pandemic.
Maybe he was the starter of this
He's the
wave.
founder of this. Do you want to read that review?
He says, I have searched all around for bird perches that are good for my bird's foot. I guess his bird's got a bum foot. And then I came by this. It's a bit too small for my African.
It's a bit too soft.
It's a bit too soft for my African gray to keep his balance on, but I am happy that I purchased this item.
And what would that item be, Josh?
That is a
That's an African gray.
that is an African gray parrot. You're right. Red-tailed.
Yep.
And
Red tail and
I wonder
gray.
why he's red-tailed. Well, I guess if you had a dildo that size, you'd be red-tailed too. He is standing on a no less than 7-inch gripped dildo.
Ribbed. Yeah. With balls and everything.
And he looks like he's having the time of his little injured foot's life.
It looks to be uncut.
Oh, yeah. It's
The bird. It looks like his wings have not been clipped.
And ironically, the foreskin has not been clipped on this dildo.
They've got this thing suction cupped to a wall.
And the bird just looks
Embarrassed.
like, why y'all got me perching on this son of a bitch?
So apparently this is a thing. There's another review, a bit small for me, but my bird loves it. This is from a verified purchase. Like somebody actually bought this.
It has become my I thought you say those cockatoo. Cockatiel's favorite perch in the shower. Wait a minute.
Why is this thing just in the shower on the wall?
It says this has become my cockatiel's favorite perch in the shower.
Hotter than a $2 pistol.
You gotta be to have your bird in the shower with you, and it will stay on any flat surface. It's a bit small for me, but I guess my bird's dildo now. Like, so you tried it out.
Yeah.
It didn't work, and you were like, ha! I guess my bird can perch on it and get all your rugged.
It was like throwing a hot dog down the hallway for me, but the bird likes it.
And that's a nice sized dildo.
We caught up with the dildo to get word from him, and this is what he said.
Boy, when I change my pants, I'd like to crawl in that locker. I feel so undeveloped.
That bird looks like, what are you doing over there? Andy!
The bird does look like, why are you taking a picture of me? And why is this penis purple?
That one is circumcised.
Remember when people were embarrassed by shit?
Dude, it all changed sometime.
Yeah, and this is before the pandemic, too. This is 2017. So let's see. Is there any more reviews?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, there's another one.
Realistic ultra soft dildo for beginners with flared suction cup for hands free.
Hold on. They said that there was more descriptions in that description than the car that I'm trying to buy. And then the first line's definitely a lie. Whoever it was, is it Benji?
Benji loves this. Gave it 3 out of 5 stars.
And it says, "Oh, Benji's the bird." And
Benji
this is a review by Maddie. And the first line is a lie. You know it. Go ahead and read that.
I'm going to say this is another weirdo, because not only do they have a bird perched on this fucking penis, this dildo in this picture, but it is in a shower.
Yes.
And it also has a fucking fufa. A loofah hanging from it. So this is like a dual action type thing going on right now. And do birds not shit everywhere that they are?
I don't know. They don't have. Most of them don't have a bladder. So usually when they shit, they just shit.
They just shit anywhere. So
because they have to.
Odds are that this bird has shit at least once on this loofah.
Probably. That's probably why the loofah's there.
Man,
it's a shit catcher.
No, it's in there because it's a fucking shower. That's why it's in there. And you're letting that bird shit all over in that shower.
Stand all over your willy.
Well, these are special people anyways that we're talking about, so I guess it doesn't
What
matter.
does the review say?
The review says...
First line's a lie.
Never used it on myself, so I can't leave an honest review there. Having said that, I do wish it was a little bit softer.
Stiffer.
A little bit
stiffer. You're having words problems, aren't you? Soft, stiff. It's those S words that get you. You're like a reading stutterer.
I wish it was a little bit stiffer so my cockatiel didn't bounce around so much during the shower time. So you're supposed to get in the shower with your birds? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Well,
I've never owned a bird.
This is the second one.
I've never owned a bird.
other than that, the fact that Benji is more of an uncut guy. This one's circumcised as well.
Yeah.
I am satisfied with my purchase of this bird perch. That's not a bird perch. That is not a bird perch.
That's not a bird perch.
And it's also not a loofah hanger.
Well, definitely not for you.
I could hang one.
Maybe a strip of a paper towel on it, but that's about it.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, I wonder how much other stuff is being used for bird perches out there.
I mean, what's more disgusting and demented? I mean...
Oh, then what? Than this?
Yeah, than dildos. Like, maybe deer antlers and stuff? Or like...
Salt lick in a pocket pussy.
Yeah.
This is where I keep my salt lick, on a tree. Why you got to keep it there? I feel like there's other things they could use besides that.
I feel like I'm lost. What's salt lick?
That's, what they use for deer.
Oh,
Yeah.
then you got a pocket pussy next to it.
You're not a hunter, are you?
I'm not. You've been listening too much at Christmas.
Yeah, oh yeah. I don't know. We're getting into dangerous territory here, Josh.
You're posting a video link.
There's a video, and it's from News Channel 3, WWMT TV. It was this week, coming from the National Cherry Festival. I guess it's like
I'd
our...
like to pop several of them, I guess.
Well, that would... you're going to find like a bunch of 50-year-old virgins.
Well, it's at a national cherry festival, so there's got to be some there, right?
A carnival goer captured this video, and I'm going to let you see it. This is what they call... they used to have this at our fairs, and it's this bench, basically, that sits on a... platform. It's a platform that sits on an arm, and it spins around, but you never turn upside down. You stay seated
It's
vertically.
like the thing that the
sea
psychiatrist used to hypnotize you or whatever.
It's like the sea dragon if the sea dragon tipped all the way over, but the
And it had a
seats
boom
never
arm on
moved. Yes, the seats never moved. They stay the same horizontal way. But check this out. As you can see here, when they go up, the ride tilts backwards.
Because, granted, it's like probably
Look
a
at
couple
this.
100 pounds. You
Look
got
at that.
The Good Samaritans. This son of a bitch is going to tip over.
Yeah, I mean, probably would have tipped over, and that's nothing but trees behind them. You got to believe somebody would have broken their neck. But look at that. Is that not scary? There's no sound on this, apparently. Oh, wait, there is. Hold on. Hold on, let's go back. You hear that?
Snap, crackle, and popping. That motherfucker's going to tip over, Jerry. Get over here.
And then like 15, 20 people just went and stood on the edge of it so it wouldn't tilt.
That's one of my biggest fears is being at an
amusement
fair
park and
or
something
amusement
like that
park,
happen.
and then you see the people that like, all right, go over and put that seatbelt on, and you're like, fuck, did you do the maintenance on this ride? Or is it somebody with a name on their shirt that did it?
I love that guy that comes up at the end and doesn't do
I'm only
jack
asking
shit.
because I see the meth hanging out your pocket.
There's a guy that ran up at the end that didn't do jack shit. Yeah, then there's another video of a girl that accidentally hit somebody and was trying to run away.
This bitch was fucking delusional as hell.
Could you move your car, please?
I'm trying to get away from this accident.
That's funny. Anyways, yeah, Daniel Tosh actually had a joke about it, about how you're watching the video. He had a joke about how like there was that kid in Six Flags that got his head kicked off on the Superman ride because he had went over the fence and was trying to get his hat that flew off, and the girl came through and like just basically her legs hit his head and basically decapitated him.
Oh my God.
And broke every bone in her leg that hit him. Like, and before we went to Louisville for Six Flags a couple, like 15 years ago, like not long after we'd first got married, and they had the Superman ride there, the one that, it was like the tower.
Yeah.
They had a cable break or something, and it just came through and basically took a leg off of a kid.
Are you talking about the
tower drop thing?
Yeah. I think is that Kentucky Kingdom?
Yes.
Yeah, I went there within the first year that they started, maybe the year or two that they started doing that. It was called the Elevator or something. And we rode it or whatever. And then I see that less than a year later, somebody got their leg ripped off or whatever. Like it was fucking crazy. And I think you're talking about it too. Like that had happened more than once.
Yeah. 2007. At approximately 4:45 on Thursday, 6/21/07, the Superman Tower of Power ride at Six Flags malfunctioned and injured a 13-year-old female whose legs were severed above the ankle.
Oh my God!
Wow, that's crazy. This is the news story from back then. Yeah, I remember we went like 3 weeks later, and they had the ride like roped off, like with police tape and stuff. You couldn't even go over there. 13-year-old girl visiting Six Flags Kentucky Kingdom lost both of her feet while a ride malfunctioned Thursday afternoon at about 4:45 on the Superman Tower of Power, formerly known as the Elevator.
I rode that.
Yeah. According to Six Flags officials, no one else was hurt. Aside from the girl that got her legs chopped off, nobody else got hurt. So I think y'all are looking at the glass half empty here.
My God.
The injured teen was rushed to the University Hospital after the accident, and we learned around 8 p.m. Thursday that the teen was in surgery. Park officials tell us they are trying to figure out what exactly went wrong.
You motherfuckers dropped it at like over 100 miles an hour, and then it only eases up, what, less than 20 feet from the ground?
We did talk to one eyewitness who told us it went up and the cable or something snapped. He said he was one ride over from the Superman Tower drop when he saw the malfunction that sliced the victim's feet. At first, I thought people were screaming because they were scared. It came back down, and I seen the cable come back and hit a lot of people and heard a lot of crying. Here's how the Superman Tower Power works. Riders strapped in are slowly taken up 177 feet before they free fall 154 feet, reaching a speed of 54 miles per hour before easing to a stop of about 20 feet above the ground. So you were right.
Yeah.
It's 20 feet. That's what happened Thursday at Kentucky Kingdom, except for one major mishap. It went up, then the cable snapped, and it was all the same. It went up, the cable snapped, and it fell down, and the cable hit them. It was the same thing, just the cable broke. Soon the accident theme park crews converged at the base of the ride and began their investigation. The ride, once known as the Elevator, is shut down indefinitely. I wonder if that ever opened back up.
I don't know, man. It was fucking terrifying riding it, though.
Jeez. I mean, I rode the one that was at Liberty Land. Like, the last couple weeks, Liberty Land was a thing. We went, and I got on it with like a few people, and I was like, I shouldn't be doing this. And they dropped it, and I was like, oh, I felt my balls in my throat. And I was like, nope, I'm done with this. And they were like, let's do it again. And since nobody was in line, they picked us up and did it again. I was like,
oh, my God.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to do this again. Get me off. Like, I was sick for the rest of the day. Because I told you, I get sick really easy.
Gotta have them fucking Dramamine or whatever you call it. Is that the right word?
It's what they gave Bernie in Weekend at Bernie's.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm sorry they didn't play enough
go watch a good movie
of a Caribbean beat for me to dance around like I was okay.
Why don't you not watch 2 and just watch 1 and then not complain?
Well, maybe they shouldn't have made 2.
I'm not arguing that.
Maybe they shouldn't have made 1.
I think they should have. Maybe your mom and daddy shouldn't have made you. How about that?
Oh, man. All right. What else we got here? What's this one?
Oh, me. This is something that probably could have happened to you after it was known on this podcast that you started complaining about a stripper service or whatever, but you didn't get taken for quite the ride that this one individual did. Like, this guy evidently was hitting these strip clubs, the same one, getting the same girl quite a few times, enough to form a relationship with. And then I guess he was a little bit exploited. Why don't you play this news clip? Now, this is on Twitter.
Well, this might be a first.
You want to read who posted it?
This is on Twitter, and I can't read the name.
Yours and...
You can't say that.
Oh.
Sound it out, and then you tell me if you can say that or not.
Oh yeah, no. It's at @MeWeFree_.
That's better.
And it's yeah, I see what you're going with there. But this is from Twitter. It says, "This is ridiculous. Also, she's bad as hell." So if you look up at @MeWeFree on Twitter, this was posted
Underscore.
on June
Put that
2nd.
goddamn underscore.
This is how you find the video if you want to watch along. All right, here we go.
I've ever heard of this. A 32-year-old Houston man files suit against a stripper.
Yeah, he says he loaned the dancer money and he wants it back. But she says, hey, there's no such thing as stripper refunds.
I thought that was just part of it, you know? There is no such thing. There's a few things in life that are certain. Death and taxes. There are a few things also in life that are certain. No stripper refunds.
You damn right.
Six's Randy Wallace is live tonight from the Southwest Side nightclub where the couple met. Randy.
Melinda, she goes by the stage name.
So, pause it.
That is the biggest strip club I've ever seen.
Also, does Randy Wallace look like he would ever be in a strip club besides what he's doing right now?
Yeah. That shirt does not match the vest and the tie, does it?
He looks like he stays at home all the time and does math equations and shit.
It's a place called Treasures, by the way. And it looks like the gates of Disneyland.
It really does. Ain't nobody breaking out of that motherfucker.
No. You're going to pay your tip. You're going to pay your tip. All right, here we go.
Naomi, and she says that about a year ago she was dancing here at Treasures when she met a man named Robert Wallace.
Is the dude drunk?
He might have already been in.
The guy was bullshitting. Just drunk as guy was there. This is
like
causing a scene.
This is how you was whenever you were commenting on my mom's Facebook pictures of me and her.
He's bullshitting.
He was this youth game 83.
Listen to
Looks
this guy.
like him.
Listen to this guy talk. Hold on, here we go.
26's Randy Wallace is live tonight from the Southwest Side nightclub
Listen to
where
Randy
the couple
talk.
met. Randy.
Melinda, she goes by the stage name Naomi, and she says that about a year ago she was dancing here at Treasures when she met
Treasures.
Eddie Gilboa.
He goes by the name my aunt Naomi. It's dancing at Treasures.
Treasures.
a man named Robert Wallace. Now, the dancer and comedian.
And his name is Randy Wallace.
Who is no relation to me.
Yeah. I was just going to change the name up a little bit. We'll just call him Robert Wallace.
Robert.
The news article is about a guy named Robert Wallace, and the guy talking right now is a guy named Randy Wallace, who sounds intoxicated.
He has a vested interest in
yeah.
Treasures.
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 About a year ago, she was dancing here at Treasures when she met a man named Robert.
Come on. That has Treasures.
He did this interview probably like 5 in the morning, right before it got light outside. This is him coming out broken and battered, and his dickhead raw.
That's why his shirt looks like a flannel shirt, and he's wearing a clip-on tie with the tie and the
he just had to throw something together.
Yeah. Just give my vest and tie out of the truck, and we'll make this happen.
Now, the dancer and comedian says they were just friends. But to Robert Wallace.
Wait. Pause it.
Dancer and comedian.
Did he say the dancer and comedian?
Yeah.
So this could be a work anyways.
Yeah, like how many? When you're at the strip club, do you really want like bitches to be making jokes? Josh?
I was thinking this.
What's
guy.
the deal with airplane food? 2 for $1. 2 for $1. $5 long necks.
It was much more than that.
I have had situations in the past where customers have followed me home. I've had to move twice.
So pause it. So her earrings are the biggest earrings I've ever seen.
Those are pretty big earrings
in my life.
Looks like you could use those as jumper cables.
Or that is something like, because like the bigger things that you go, it's like the bigger tools that you need.
It looks like
those look like something you climb Mount Everest with.
It kind of looks
the ropes.
like a miniature version of a gas pump hose. Like how it sets in the nozzle, sets into the thing. Like
But it's the whole hose.
It's the whole hose. Yeah, the whole hose.
It's all the hose.
All right, here we go.
And she is all the hose.
Here we go. She's had to move twice, she says.
Switching gyms, switching jobs.
But having a customer
Wait, I
sue
thought
her
you was a scripper.
is a first for the statuesque.
I was a roofer for 3 weeks.
I couldn't pay my rent.
Switching gyms, switching jobs.
But having a customer sue her is a first for the statuesque dancer who calls herself Nomi.
So pause it. He sounds drunk
He
in
does.
the fucking voiceovers.
Yeah. Come on, Randy, get it together. You're going to lose your job. Let's do the voiceover shit. Come on. Sitting there giving himself a pep talk. Come on, Randy, you can do this shit. You can do this shit, man.
It's just your cousin Robbie, that's all.
Yeah.
It's not who you are.
Is becoming a regular, and we did become friends.
Her name's Nomi?
Nomi.
I wonder if her real name is
There's
Naomi.
no A in there at all.
And it's Naomi, and they just misspelled
That's
it. It
why
was like,
maybe he
fuck
wasn't.
it.
Maybe he wasn't.
I guess she's just Naomi now.
She's Nomi.
Friends. I really like him as a friend, and I still do.
He just tried to sue me.
Oh, my goodness.
But does this not look
This
like
guy
a guy
looks like...
that would sue you?
Yes,
if
and
you
then
fucking,
sing a song about butterbeans.
Whoever turned you on, girl, forgot to turn you off.
Look at this guy.
Oh, my
no.
God.
And she still likes him.
He's still a friend.
That's good service right
That's a
there.
good woman right there.
That's better service than I got at that car station in
Pet
Panama.
Boys would have treated you like this woman.
Yes. Not like Destin Car Center or Destin Auto Center.
Don't give him no cred.
I'm not. I'm just saying avoid that place. Here we go.
And I still do.
We had a dating relationship, and
He sounds drunk just like his fucking cousin. We had a
relationship.
I mean, hiccups.
and on May 3rd, we had broken up.
Robert Wallace says he loaned the dancer about two.
Oh, Jesus.
So you think you were in a relationship with her.
Oh, Lord.
And then you've got it dated to the time that you broke up. Oh, lock this man up. He's going to fucking try to kill this bitch.
Lord.
Oh.
He's muffin topping pretty good here, too. Look at that. You know what a muffin top is?
I do.
It's where
It's that.
It's like where, you know how a muffin tops over the pan when it cooks?
Yeah.
That's what his belly's doing to his pants there. It's muffin topping over.
We had broken up.
He doesn't sound like he had any relationship with that girl or any other.
We had broken up.
Listen to that. He's either drunk or harboring some feelings, I'm going to guess.
Still do.
We had a dating relationship, and on May 3rd, we had broken up.
So what I mean by a dating relationship is I would show up to her work every night, pay her
Pay her money.
$50, and she would make me ironically come in my pants. It was pretty regular. I show up every
Should
night.
do that ironically. How would you make somebody ironically
And
cut your pants?
I'm like, hey, you want to do this outside of your work? She said no. So that's when we broke up.
Wallace says he loaned the dancer about $2,000.
I bet he did.
That's not called a
$50 a
loan.
pop.
Yeah.
You come regularly.
Yeah.
Get it? You come regularly.
I just, man, dude, I don't know what I can say and what I can't because I don't want to get quote unquote canceled. But
I've already got canceled once this show.
But
it's okay.
When you hear him talk, there's definitely a masculinity type thing, I guess you could say.
No,
like maybe this is a cover story. Like if we get it on the news, they'll believe that I was really into a stripper. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
This is just what you call this is a
beard?
delusional individual.
Oh, it could be both.
That's all it is.
It could be both. It could be somebody
He
that's like
thinks it's one thing, and this bitch thinks it's something totally different
Oh,
because
that's
she's at her
definitely what
job.
it is.
She's at her job. Look, he is my friend. I see him all the time.
So that's-
he's just my work
we
friend.
go shoe shopping a lot.
He's just my work friend.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, we were dating. I
No,
would
he didn't
come.
say it like that.
He
He'd
literally
take
he
the
said-
bass out your voice.
We had a dating relationship.
Now that could be a nerdy
Yeah,
voice too.
he would come every single date on the calendar.
She's the one that talked me into getting these skinny jeans. Like, why are you wearing skinny jeans? You 250.
Wants it back along with a laptop and some DVDs.
I don't
He's tipping her with a laptop. Here's Ernest Goes to Jail. Let me put that in your G-string.
Look,
I'm gonna make it rain.
You already took my computer. I don't have anything else but a spool of DVDs in the car. That's all I have left to tip you with.
He's making it rain with the Seinfeld Series 3 box set.
You like Sex in the City, bitch? That's my last DVD set. We'll carry Find True Love.
You won't know unless you get this last disc.
leaving loans because I don't want to pay anybody back.
I know how stubborn.
That's a
rewind there. That is a sound
That's
capture.
a sound capture we gotta have.
Oh, I've said that so many times on this show. Like,
Don't believe in loans.
Play it.
Laptop and some DVDs.
I don't believe in loans because I don't want to pay anybody back.
I know how stubborn she
Me
can be.
neither, sweetheart. Me neither.
That's why I
You're
keep
my
moving.
true love.
gotta-
I'm gonna come to your work now.
I got to keep dodging these crazy men and these banks.
Me too. I'm divorcing my wife tomorrow. I'm coming to Houston, baby.
She ain't old enough for you, man.
Yeah, she's about 30, ain't she?
She's probably younger than that.
Look, we can wait. I'll just wait.
I know how stubborn she can be. So after a week,
How stubborn she can be.
He looks like a wrestling promoter or
He does.
something. He's like, look, I swear to God, I'll give you 50 extra if you just show up. Like, come on. What is the deal?
I got the Sopranos box set in the car. Look at this, grown-ups and grown-ups too.
Oh, my God.
That's got special bonus DVD extras.
Oh, my God. This fucking guy.
I know how stubborn she can be. So after a week of waiting for her to return my things, I decided to file a suit to get my stuff
What
back.
was that?
I gave...
Did you hear that? I decided to file. Did you hear that giggle?
Do it.
He went, Listen.
For her to return my things, I decided to file a suit to get my stuff back.
Did you hear that? Listen again. Listen. He giggles. Listen. I don't know why. It was that nervous laughter. That's the last thing you'd hear as the trunk closed as your your hands and knees were duct taped together.
This is going to be a nice ride.
I got to stop by the house and get a shovel.
For her to return my things, I decided to file a suit to get my stuff back.
Since the word loan.
That's the way I'm going to start doing all of our openings for our show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Richard Mulligan, joined by the 1983 Mr. Dixie Youth Grand Champion. Wow, wow.
Wow, wow.
Wow, wow. I love how that laugh followed like, that's when I had a foul suit. One more time. Just for
Old
shits
time's
and
sake.
giggle.
Return my things, I decided to file a suit to get my stuff back.
Since the
What the hell was that? What the hell was that?
Oh, that is the giggle of a man that you do not want on your case.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want him trying to sue you.
Yeah.
He'll make your life
I feel
hell.
like he might have just started this lawsuit just to see her in court. She won't return my calls, so now she'll have to sit across from me in court.
Now we'll see each other every day.
The word loan doesn't seem to be in Nomi's vocabulary, and Robert says the cash and other items were not gifts. It looks like an out-of-court settlement is out of the question.
I've given him gifts too. You know, I mean, how do I?
Every time he nutted in his pants,
That was a
that
gift.
was a gift.
This is where she probably shouldn't say, I've given him gifts too. That makes it sound like that was a gift. You know what I mean?
I gave you the gift of climax.
You know what I mean? That's like if somebody says, they said to give you gifts. I've given him gifts too. Well, that just shot your case all to hell, because if you're saying two, then that's technically admitting that what he gave you was a gift.
Right, which
You know?
is non-refundable. It's a gift.
Yeah, let's see here.
Get my booty and boobs back.
Still, both sides say
Wait,
You
what?
know, I mean, how do I get my
Rewind
booty?
The whole sentence makes sense now.
Okay.
question.
I've given him gifts too. You know, I mean, how do I get my booty and boobs back?
Still, both
This
sides
can't
say
be
they've
real.
learned a lesson.
This can't be
This is
real.
real.
Oh, Fox 26 just
From Houston.
Man, news must really be hurting. You know what I mean? Like that they have to. You remember when news used to come on and go, "We've got a great little fundraiser out north today. It's for disabled children, and they're raising a lot of money. Go out there and see them. If you want to buy eggs, you might want to get on that. There's a national egg shortage. You know what I mean? That used to be the news, and now it's like we found this man that's suing a stripper.
He's wanting them nuts back.
And boobs back.
Still, both sides say they've learned a lesson. Robert says he's not dating any more strippers.
I did see it possibly ending this.
Yeah, me either. That's what most guys. Me
He
either.
don't look like he's going to be dating anybody.
Yeah. I love how it sounds like they made it sound like he had that option. What was it Chris Rock said?
It's my choice that I'm not dating anybody.
Chris
No.
Rock had the greatest
everybody's
line
choice.
ever when he was talking about Jada Pinkett Smith was talking about how she wasn't coming to the Grammys or some kind of award show, and he goes, I look at that like I look at me being me getting in Rihanna's panties. Neither one of us were invited, so it's not going to happen anyways.
More strippers.
I did see it possibly ending this way.
And Nomi says there's no such thing as.
I just knew she was going to take off with all my shit. And that kills his case.
When she fucking dwindled all my gifts down to my very last DVDs, I knew it was close to the end.
This way.
And Nomi says there's no such thing as refunds, exchanges, or rain checks when strippers are involved.
No refunds in the strip club. I've even had people come up in there asking, oh, can he get a dance mail, pay me back next week? We ain't got no layaway plans either.
I can't lay away this pussy.
I love how the announcers, you know how they always have that word that they have to pause on. You know what I mean? So theirs was like, and Nomi says there's no refunds in a strip club.
Oh my God.
It's pussy ain't on layaway. Can't get my boobs and butt back. Oh man. And we go back to drunk Randy Wallace.
He don't even know he's
with
on
dead
air for like 2 seconds. He's like,
Or pay me back next week. We ain't got no layaway
listen to
plans
this.
either.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
Now there's no.
And he did that thing like he was trying to call a horse.
well, son of a bitch.
You know that thing that the officer did in Dumb and Dumber when he drank the the piss? He did that before he started. Does everybody in Houston have problems? Like, what the hell was that? Listen.
Layaway plans either.
Now there's no court date yet, but it looks like it will ultimately be up to a judge who
Dude is wasted. He has been in that strip club. He has been in that strip club drinking.
Now look, I got on assignment last night at 11. It is currently 5:14 in the a.m.
If you saw his eyes too, we may have to post this video. We may have to put this in our links, Josh. Here, we'll do it real
Dude
quick.
is so fucked up. He looks like he's wearing eyeliner.
Yeah.
He's emailing it now. Here he goes. Me, we free.
Randy Wallace.
Randy.
It'll be listed under Randy Wallace
And that's
story.
not how you spell Wallace.
Oh,
At
2
all.
L's.
There you go.
Let me see. Yeah, story.
You don't spell story with a U.
There you go.
His story.
Let's do strip club story. There we go. There. You happy? All right. So, how do you send this? There you go. See how much trouble you causing for us? That is a valid email. Oh, I guess I got to put. Yeah.
I put 2.
Well, fuck all this. Well, here, that will be in the comments or in the thing. Yeah, it's there. All right, so let's back up. You got to see this guy.
Now, there's no court date yet, but it looks like it will ultimately be up to a judge who decides who's right in this one, the dancer or the customer. Reporting live from Southwest Houston, Randy Wallace, Fox 26 News.
There's no way that dude ain't drunk.
He is fucking hammered.
He should have said, reporting from Houston, and then took a draw off his beer.
Reporter from Teasers, this is Randy Wallace.
It's a drag off a cigarette.
Y'all have a good morning.
Y'all have a good morning. Oh, man. Well, Josh.
Yes, sir.
I think we've done it.
We've done something.
I've done something in here. I don't know what I did, but I did it. Well,
I feel like I need to sue somebody after this.
At least give them
I need to get some money back.
a Look Who's Talking Now DVD. Well, Josh, if they want to follow us on social media, how do they do that?
Well, if you want to get a Where the Red Fern Grows DVD or follow us on social media, on Twitter, we are at P3 Radio, the number 1. On Facebook, put in a search bar, Pop Poncho, Poncho. You'll see our photo. If you want to get with us the old school way, leave us a voicemail or text message, 731-300-6675.
For Josh Bradley, this is Rich Mulligan saying thanks for listening and good night.